Good morning, passport holders. Today is September 21st, 2015, day 325 of the vlogs, and today's off to a great start. Obviously, last night, yesterday really in total, was just a recovery day, coming down off the emotional high and just everything else that was going on Saturday. And as a result, I ended up getting like a 94% sleep score. It's so obvious that I needed downtime. At this point though, today is going to be a little hectic in the front end, and then it gets kind of into the normal travel rhythms on the back end. So right now, obviously, I've got to clean up this entire room. That's got to happen. I got to check out of here. My target is 10:30. My actual checkout cutoff is 11. I think I shouldn't have a problem hitting that. Hope you guys are having a good day. Let's get this one started. And just that quickly out of another hotel, time to head over to the Apple Store. Well, it only took me about an hour in order to get both videos edited. Well, one edited, one pseudo-edited, exported, uploaded, and completely set on the internet. So at this point, I also got a hotel room in Lincoln, and it's actually a lot closer than I was expecting. It's only about a 2.5-hour drive, about 200 miles. So yeah, not entirely sure how I'm supposed to fill the day. And here we are back on Interstate 80, heading west towards the Iowa-Nebraska line. Let's hope for a good, safe drive. It continues to be a fantastically gray day as I make this drive across Iowa. I've got about, I think it's like another 23 miles to the state line, so when I cross into Nebraska. But yeah, it's pretty, well, just gray. I mean, gray and farms. Well, passport holders, you got outskirts of Omaha there being blocked by the fog, but once again, welcome back to Nebraska and the good life, or at least as they say. So it's funny to me that this is twice now that I've come through Omaha, and both times the skyline has been covered up in clouds and all kinds of that stuff. I've got another 56 miles, about 45 minutes left on the drive to Lincoln, and I should be able to check into the hotel just fine. I've been here for about an hour and 20 minutes now, hour and a half, just working on some stuff. Had a couple of online things that I needed to do for other stuff. Like, I guess that's the best way to describe it. At this point, though, it's finally starting to get a little break in the clouds, although it's still super cloudy. Getting a little sun. So I'm going to race over to the Sunken Garden since they're not too far from here. And potentially, since it's also on the way, I may stop at the Nebraska State Capitol, since it's literally on the route that I'm going. So long as I can find somewhere to park pretty quickly and or cheaply or free, I will make that stop. But even if I don't, it's seemingly close enough that I would consider just going, parking once over at the Sunken Garden and then walking over to the Capitol. So having driven up here, I actually think this is going to be a lot smaller than I thought it was. But cue the montage of the garden. Well, it is super windy, and therefore I suspect that there's going to be all kinds of wind noise on this. I'm doing everything I can with my hands in order to prevent it, though. But I am here at the Nebraska State Capitol, and I'm just going to walk around the building just one time. I'm not trying to get a tour or nothing, but it's certainly pretty. Looks like there's a walkway all the way around on the outside of the building, but that is elevated, so I'm going to try and walk on some of that for the rest of this. Well, since I got back here to the hotel room, it's been kind of chill mode. I've been working on a couple of other things that are not business, like my business related. So just, potentially if everything goes sideways, I have to start the process of finding other work, right? Be that contract work, be that a full-time job, be that whatever. So I got to start to put those feelers out there and start the process, because I know that it won't just happen instantaneously. Like, there's going to be a lead time of maybe upwards of a month, and I don't want to get into a situation where all of a sudden, like, I hit that breaking point, even though financially I'm not there, but psychologically I'm starting to get there. So, got to continue to build the business, but at the same time, being a risk manager like I was, a crisis manager like I was for 4 years previously, I've got to protect the downside. I'm not willing, there are certain financial kind of milestones that I have that I refuse to go through again. Or if I hit any one of the next 3 that are coming up, like, that's a huge red flag, and I have to take immediate action in order to correct this. I'm not saying that, like, I'm anywhere near those, but once again, it will take time if I have to recover, and I don't want to be scrambling once I get back to Phoenix. Like, I do not want that. That is like the worst case scenario. So continuing to put out feelers, figure out kind of what I would want to do if I do end up, contract work or corporate gig or, independent contractor status, whatever that is. Just trying to start to figure out kind of what I would be willing to do and what the going rates are and how to figure it out. Alright guys, and yes, I did just jump a shower. My back got a little funky while watching the second half of the football game, and therefore just kind of wanted to try and loosen up just a little bit. But that is going to be today. I'm going to continue to drive across Nebraska tomorrow. I think the city that I'm actually going to is called North Platte. Whatever. Like, it's another 2.5 hour drive. It's nothing major. I do have to do the editing on the vlog tonight, though, because the nearest Apple store is 45 miles east of here. I'm not going to do that there and back in order to get the upload done tomorrow and during the day. I'm just going to continue to make motion closer and closer to my aunt and my uncle's house. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please remember to like and subscribe. And also, you have to always remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. And bye for now.